Hello, everybody, and welcome to Behind the Score podcast. As we're doing the 30 teams in 30 days for the lead up to the baseball season, and today we are talking about the Seattle Mariners. We talked about a big scandal team yesterday in the Houston Astros, and now we move to a front office scandal when we talk about the Seattle Mariners. So let's get started. Uh, Start off like we usually do with roster positions. Catcher, we have Tom Murphy, backed up by Louis Torrens. First, we have Evan White. Second, Dylan Moore. Third, Kyle Seager. We talked about his brother earlier in the 30 teams for 30 days. Shortstop, we have J.P. Crawford. Left field, we have Jake Fraley. Center field, we have Kyle Lewis. And right field, Mitch Haniger. And because we're in the AL, we have the DH role, which will be Ty France. Utility guys to look for on the bench and pinch hitting and days off would be Jose Marmalagos, Sam Haggerty, Dylan Moore, like I had at the Astros. I have him in the lineup, but also have him as a utility player. He's going to be a guy that bounces around there. Braden Bishop. Your pitchers for the Seattle Mariners. Projections will be Gonzalez, Paxton, who came from the New York Yankees. It was said that my Toronto Blue Jays were interested in him as well, but reports came out from James Paxton afterwards that he was surprised that the Blue Jays were showing some interest, but apparently never gave him an offer. That was kind of surprising, as I know they were looking for number two or somebody in the middle of the rotation for the Blue Jays. But unfortunately, he decided to sign with the Seattle Mariners. It sounded like he was wanting to come as a Canadian guy to the Blue Jays to be able to play, not necessarily play at home because they won't be playing in Canada, at least not to start, but represent his country with the Canadian team. Another one we have is Sheffield, Flexen, Kikuchi, and Dunn. So we'll go ahead and look at the my projected lineup for 2021. First, we have France, Crawford at number 2, Lewis at number 3. We got Kyle Seager at number 4, Mitch Haniger at 5, White at 6, Fraley, Moore, and then rounding out the lineup, we have Murphy at 9th. Move over to the pitching rotation. Number 1, we have Gonzalez, putting in Paxton at number 2, being a veteran. Sheffield, number 3. Flexen, number 4. Dunn, number 5. And Kikuchi at number 6. You got 4 lefties in the top 5 for pitching. So I went with a 6-man rotation to add in some right-handed pitchers there. So that's your pitching rotation. There's definitely some names that people outside of the Seattle Mariners haven't really heard too much. There's a couple of names that are pretty familiar, but this is a team that's was doing a rebuild, looking to take that next step now. So we'll see what happens there. I have them finishing fourth in that division. In other storylines, baseball president fired for ripping on the players in comments on a podcast that he was on. I guess there was some not very nice comments put out towards some of the players. Basically, paraphrasing that some of the players weren't ones to give their all and different comments like that. So I ended up getting fired there. There's a lot of outrage among the players. So that was a big storyline there this off season. This is quite the young team, like I said, so some of the names people won't be noticing is big time noticeable names. But looking through this team, this is definitely a team you don't want to sleep on. I think they do have some dark horses on this team. So we'll definitely be able to watch them grow this season. How will Paxton rebound? Especially being in the division with the Yankees and getting to see Paxton, didn't have the year that he would wanted or expected to have last season. He's definitely a guy that's looking to rebound and show that he's capable of giving it his all and putting it out there all the time, getting in as many starts as he can. So he definitely will be a guy to watch to see if he can rebound there. There really is no high expectations for this team. I'm not ripping on the team or the players. I think this is a year to watch them grow even more. Like I said, dark horse thing, you never know what might happen. So, but I do see them finishing at the bottom of the division, in that division, at least for this year. But there is definitely a lot of excitement and enthusiasm around that team. Players to watch again: Jarred Kelenic, he's the outfielder, number 1. Julio Rodriguez, he's an outfielder as well at number 2. Emerson Hancock, he's a right-handed pitcher, number 3 in the organization. Logan Gilbert, right-handed pitcher, he's number 4. And Noelvi Marte, he listed as being shortstop at number 7. There are definitely some players to watch and keep track of. Might be able to see them grow in the minors and get some spot starts here and there when it comes to injuries. But or even later in the season when rosters expand a bit, might see a couple of these players then. So, yeah, that's it for the Seattle Mariners. I hope you enjoyed watching. And just remember, it's not always what happens behind the game, it's also what's behind the score. Thank you very much.